One of the worst feelings in the world to a person is actually to feel used.
She's with me for life. Baby mama. See, I don't plan on having a baby mama.
What you mean? You don't never
I'm not gonna have no baby
nigga.
mama, bro. Whoever I have a kid with, she's with me for life. It ain't. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody.
It all starts like that.
Exactly how you think, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm not happy.
sometimes the kid break y'all up, bro. Sometimes the kid be the reason y'all break up.
How the kid gonna break me?
Still doing that part, huh? Nah, the kid gonna break you up because her emotions gonna get to rising. She might feel like she got something to hold against you, so she gonna be acting different. She might be using the kid to boss you around, you know, to keep tabs on you. And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, nope, this, that, nope.
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
They is. I noticed that all girls is
Yeah, they all that like that. It's not just one or two, all of them are petty. So the second y'all get into y'all little situation, y'all little Twitter beef, and then the kid, it's like, oh, shit.
I can't have no baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
She had a baby by me.
I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to do that, man.
Bro, I feel like when I have a kid, the whole world gonna stop.
Yeah, your whole world gonna stop.
Think so?
So,
I'm a new man.
yeah, you gonna be this way you thinking right now. You gonna be like, fuck that shit. When you ready to leave, you gonna be ready to leave. Then you gonna be like, fuck this, man.
Fuck.
You got a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, so you know, she gonna become more of a BM than a girlfriend.
Oh shit, damn.
Change the whole relationship you had with her.
Right?
Now they be the coolest nigga till y'all have a kid and then that's something different. Her ass might change.
Because she my baby mama, she feel like she can talk to me crazy.
But how long y'all been?
Treat me crazy.
I could be acting way worse than I act if you knew what I really went through with hoping somebody love you like you love them. You know, and that's when it all go wrong. I don't love a woman for what she has. You gotta be the way she takes care of me, the way I feel around her, the way when she leaves, I'm lost without her. That means more than money, that means more than anything. You don't want drama where you lay your head. And people gotta understand that. If you ain't bringing peace in my life, I don't want you around me.
That might be the worst shit in the world to me, like just to love somebody that's faking it.
Yeah.
Not even in a relationship, I'm saying a friend or being business, like you just fake. You ain't even you.
Yeah.
I can't, that shit is that's like a, what do you call it? That's like a fear of mine. It's like to just be so genuine to a person that's faking it. Like they know they faking you out.
No one likes to feel used. One of the worst things about being used is feeling like you falling victim to putting your all into somebody. Then the end result turns into something that you just can't go back to. It's a painful feeling. It's one of the reasons why you see a lot of people today lose their minds, crash out. They feel like it's the end of the road, even though you can try to give advice, but at the same time, you can never tell somebody what to feel in their heart. And even feeling that pain in their heart, some people can't get over it. It's a bad feeling for someone to feel like they don't put their resources, their hard-earned money, and not only that, their time. And the sad part about life is you can never get the time back. So if you could get time back, the trajectory of whatever happened to you can actually change, but it can't. So what happens to you is what happens to you, and you have to really just get over it. But the bad part about it is a lot of people can't just get over someone playing with them. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people need to start being straight up. But it's hard to be straight up and honest because a lot of times, even if you're being straight up and honest, you might be getting played on their part. It's funny. It's one of the reasons why relationships don't succeed anymore, because there are a lot of games, but at the same time, we all fall victim to it. In most cases, some of us done did things to people that was wrong. And I'm not going to call it karma, but I'm going to just say that we do live in an era where as though it's hard to trust people, it's hard to believe in people, and it's hard to put all your hard-earned time and money and your resources into someone, because the end result is you end up leaving that relationship with a loss. And a lot of times people will look at you and say that, well, it's a learning phase. But what happens when the learning phase turns into something where as though your livelihood is compromised because you lose so much? No one says you lose the little when you're going through divorces. No two people can just separate. It's always going to be one that's going to try to violate. You're seeing men today starting to wake up and see things a little different. But at the same time, it's hard to believe and trust in people, because when you see one party losing so much in life and they can't seem to get ahead because they was already up, but they losing it because of the court systems, you're seeing the setup of people being able to be successful, but their success is turned against them because they have resources, so they're being taken advantage of. You're looking at people that's doing things for other people to help them out, but then the end result is you're seeing them being sued because they are the gatekeeper a lot of times to people's success. You don't know what to believe today and not to believe. All you know is that when you normally look at people and you have some type of empathy or feelings towards them that make them, well, not make them, but you want them to succeed, so you try to help, I seen a situation that happened not long ago where a guy helped his wife, should I say, pay off her debt. And she was almost 6 figures in debt. And then once he paid it off, she bounced. Are you telling me, are we at a point in our lives where as though you think that a person can just turn away and say, all right, that's my loss? That's enough to make a person go off the end. You always hear people, and when I say people, these are the people on the outside looking in, always say it's not that serious. Who is anybody to say it was not that serious? I didn't lose 6 figures to someone paying their debt off and they walked away scot-free. When you hear karma, karma might be real, but it might not be real. Everybody don't get that karma, or should I say, we don't see it always. I just think that that's a play on words sometimes. No one wants to hear, oh, karma gonna come back. Nah. What about the feelings that a person is feeling at that time? What about the loss that that person is feeling? What about everything that they gained that was taken away from them? How were they able to feel and go about life knowing that they did everything right, but it had nothing to do about God, it had nothing to do about religion, it had something to do about courts and the way systems are set up to compromise people, to violate people. We live in an era now where so many people are struggling to the point in order to get ahead, they're looking for an easy lick. You got dates. People going on dates just so they can get a meal. And then the end result is they never had no real intentions of getting to learn or know somebody. But that's what ended up happening. It's sad. It just makes you wonder sometimes, what direction are we going in right now? Are we going in a direction where though relationships can be built off of something? Or are we going in a direction where as though you look at relationships as a fly-by-night? And it's sad because if you see a person that's in their own peace and they living in their own truth, their own life, or so they don't want to be bothered with people, you kind of get it. You can't really fall victim to being used when you're by yourself. But we all know that we do live in a world where as though having companionship or having friends and family or mates, I'm not gonna call it a soulmate, but you having your significant other by your side makes people feel good. Starting families makes people feel good. That newborn baby makes you feel good. But what makes you feel bad is when it gets turned upside down, and now all the memories that you had of having a kid or starting that relationship comes to an end. And when it comes to an end, you're looking at people going through paying child support. All of a sudden, things just can't be worked out. You can't talk to each other. One person becomes evil. And what comes behind evil is deceptive, lies, untrustworthy. Now you're paying a cost just to see your kid, or because the check didn't go through yet through the courts, or should I say they didn't get their money yet. I don't know what it's going to take, but I think those days are over. I think we are at a time now where as though love can't just be one-sided. I feel as though if two parties can't work together to make sure both people are good on both sides, I think you have to kind of look at it as if you're being used. I think old ways, old morals don't work anymore. This is why people refer back to the old generation, but they also forget that the old generation was able to live life more, I'm not going to say more comfortable, but things were a little bit more affordable. Even though the pay was less, things were more affordable. You can obtain that. It's one of the reasons why you see your grandparents able to have a home and a car or two, and damn near 5 to 6 to 7 kids, some even 10. It's not made up. But it's not also a place where as though you can compare back in the day and say that they was able to work through things. You gotta also understand we got technology in the palm of our hands. We have so many things that we can reach for. And if we can reach for them, it's gonna be used. Nothing gets untouched that's out here. This is why they gave us cell phones. They gave us cell phones to take us away from the computers, because our computers are now in our hands, which is more accessible. Anything that you can do on a computer, you can do more on your cell phone. Just think that we just need to rethink how we go about relationships in this thing called love. And don't look at love as something that your grandparents did back in the day. You can't ride off of that. Riding off of that has gotten us nowhere because we're not living in that same era. All right?